Hey everybody, Eric here, and it's that time again. Hell in a Cell this Sunday, which means it is time for a magical predictions video. Magical. No, honestly, I don't think there's going to be too much magic in this Sunday's event. I'm really not all that thrilled about it. I know some of you who are fans. I mean, I'm a fan, but there are a lot of people I've been talking to about this. They're really not over with this month's pay-per-view. I'm not a fan of pay-per-views being named after the match. Let's just get that right out of the way. I was telling a few other people about this a few days ago. Like with Money in the Bank, if it was multiple contracts, sure, but now they only have the one belt, fine. Which brings me to an interesting point. I was having a discussion just yesterday about this, and my wife says to me, she says, well, how come they have the belt or the Money in the Bank match for the main belt, and what if they had another one where it was, and I don't remember if she said there would be more people, but it would make sense. Have like a 10-person ladder match. But basically what it would amount to was that they could challenge for any other belt on period. Like the Intercontinental title, the US title, they can buddy up with someone and they can challenge the tag team title holders, and I'm thinking to myself, I'm like, that'd be a really cool concept. Have it be a much bigger event because you're gonna have to mix both sides of who's feuding for both those minor belts. Um, it's kind of sad though that the World Heavyweight Championship was pretty much gone and it's been devalued over the years. But but yeah, minor point aside, let's get right into the pay per view. Hell in a Cell. I'm just gonna add this point in right at the beginning. As of 3:11 p.m. on October 23rd, there is currently no match listed for the Intercontinental title. They might add it on Friday. I don't know why they wouldn't add it already. There's kind of like there's an ongoing feud between Cesaro and Ziggler. They might add that. I'm not 100% sure, so I'll just throw in my fantasy matchup right there. They do end up doing it. Um, it'll be a good match out of the way. Both of them had like a really kind of weird match. They weren't really clicking that well on Monday. It felt a little off. It wasn't a bad match. Don't get me wrong. Like Ziggler and Cesaro, those two are ready to go. They're ready to go every day of the week. They're easily like some of the best men in that locker room right now. But as of right now, there's no match listed for that pay-per-view, for that belt. So if they do decide to add it tomorrow night on SmackDown, it should be one of the better matches of the evening, but I would like to see Cesaro get a push he needs. He really needs it. I mean, a lot of people are over right now with Ziggler. It's fantastic. I'm loving watching this guy wrestle. So it'll be a good match. Okay, so I'm gonna pause here for just a second, and I'm gonna plug in something else. So please bear with me for those of you who just like to watch the predictions and get on with your merry day. Excuse me, I have a little allergies. Um, I'm currently, and some of you who are in a certain Facebook group, um, some of you know that I'm doing something called the 108 challenge, or the 108. And what that is I've decided that because I got out of wrestling just after WrestleMania 21 of 2005, and I just got back into it right after, like literally the Raw after WrestleMania 29. So I did a little research. I found out there are 108 pay-per-views going from Backlash to WrestleMania 29, and I've decided to go through every single one of them in order, giving an honest and fair review of that. Excuse me. Right now I'm about 13, 14 in. It is I've been doing this for let's say about a little over around 2 weeks ish. I apologize if that number is not accurate, but roughly that's over 32 hours of just watching wrestling. A lot of that I'm doing at my job, which just requires me to sit at my desk. So It's going well. I'm having a blast doing it. If anyone watching who is a part of that group, I do think that I think all of you, if like not one or two, you are. Yeah, because I'm rolling deep on this channel, dude. I think I got like 20 some odd subscribers, and I think all of them are from Nerdtopia. But yeah, anyone who's following that, who's a fan of wrestling, I just encourage you to continue following it. It's awesome. I love the feedback I'm getting, especially from shout out to fellow Nerdtopian DC Radio. The dude is a wrestling nut. I can't touch that. I mean, I like WWE. That's what I grew up on, aside from WCW. But this dude is just a fan of it all. I go check out his channel. He does like he just had a room tour showing off some wrestling stuff in there. So yeah. Hi, Chris. um, moving on. So yeah, I'm doing that. If you'd like to learn more about that and some other stuff like that, and you're not currently a part of that, just message me below. Let me know if this is if the 108 should be something I do on camera. I do plan on doing a yearly retrospect per year. There will be a 2005 WWE year in review coming soon, probably this Saturday. So, with that being said, let's finally get into Hell in a Cell. I don't know why I'm so excited about a pay-per-view that I'm not that excited about. Why? I don't know. Moving on. We're going to get right into it. If I'm not addressing you right there, it's because I'm reading off my computer. So, if someone who is watching wants to comment on that, keep it to yourself. Let's see, where to start. How about we start with the Divas Championship match, AJ Lee versus Paige. Those two have been going back and forth since WrestleMania. At this point, I do enjoy watching them, but at the same time, it's going back and forth. It's kind of reminding me a lot of certain titles, again, tying into the 108 challenge, where a lot of the titles are switching hands like every month or so. It's kind of cool, but I would like to see some resolve with it. But I do think AJ will defend. Paige, for some reason, is kind of growing a little stale on me. AJ is over with the fans right now. She's been doing really good in the ring, regardless of fan support. I have AJ defending this, and that's personal preference. I'm growing really stale on Paige. Within like the first 2 months that she was in after WrestleMania 30, I was sold on Paige, but she seems to me like she's the Casper version of John Cena. I'm just not totally bought on it anymore. So yeah. What next? Big Show versus Rusev. This will be another match for Rusev. Why? I think they have bigger and better things coming for Rusev. As much as I would love to see the Big Show be that guy, there's a lot of talks, and I gotta go with rumors on this, because one of the rumors speculating is that Kurt Angle wants to come back to the WWE, and I'm thinking to myself, I'm like, oh my god. How awesome would that be? An Olympic gold medalist comes back to take down the threat to America, or as a lot of people are calling it. So, excuse me. So yeah, I have Rusev winning this. He'll probably end up winning dirty, but we'll see. Probably one of the more, I'm gonna call this one the worst match of the evening. Brie Bella versus Nikki Bella, and the loser must become the winner's personal assistant. What it's not saying on the website is that they're only the assistant to that person for 1 month. That's what they were advertising the match on Raw this past Monday. I don't care. I really don't. I think this feud was garbage from the start. I see no face value in it whatsoever. Neither one of them are good on the microphone. I'm not sold on Brie as an in-ring talent. I'm sorry. I'm not sold on Brie as a character. Like her screaming, Brie mode, and I'm like, and the fact that she has to steal Daniel Bryan's like yes chant. I'm like, wow, we're just trying a little too hard. But. And I'm not trying to be negative when I say that. I'm really not. And that's just what it feels like to me. I feel like the Divas division right now is in complete and utter shambles compared to what it was. And this is a prime example of it. So, what do I think is going to happen? I think the heel's going to win in this case. Brie will become Nikki's personal assistant for a month. And I think it'll set up some storyline in the future with something else. I don't picture this match to be very inspiring or very interesting. Um, jumping around here. Sheamus versus The Miz for the United States Championship. I want to see Sheamus defend this. I'm I don't know. I'm not particularly sold on The Miz. There were a few matches I saw with The Miz and I'm like, okay, this kid has got some ability, but I don't consider him to be the future of this company by any means. But what I would like to see is Miz wins the belt, and it sets up an interesting little rivalry between him and his little Damien Mizdow. What did the guy do to get this such treatment? What did he do? He must have pissed someone off in a big way. Or he's one of the best team players I have ever seen. Like, that would be great. Damien Sandow, he gets fed up with The Miz. He challenges him at, like, WrestleMania or something for the U.S. title, and I don't know. And that's just speaking way into the future. But that's what I mean, this should be an okay match, but we'll see. I don't really think Miz really works well with any of the really brute types. Stardust versus the Usos. Tag titles are on the line. I think the Dust Brothers retain. I also feel that the... Hi, Kitty. Hello. I feel that the tag division right now is in shambles. It needs work. We need some new blood in there. I would love to see the Ascension come up from NXT and make their mark known. That'd be fantastic. Hi, Pandora. So, yeah, the Dust Busters retain. It should be a fairly good match. I think that'll be one of the better matches of the evening. John Cena versus Randy Orton. Hell in a Cell match. The winner gets a World Championship match. Against Brock Lesnar. Okay, one last time. We've done Cena versus Orton like a million times. I'm not looking forward to this. It is going to be a snooze fest. Randy Orton is going to carry this as much as humanly possible, but he will not be able to because of the fact that John Cena has to come on top. With that being said, I'm going to make this really short and sweet. If Cena wins this match and gets another title shot at Brock Lesnar, I'm going to lose my mind. He does not need this is what, his third match in 3-4 years. I'm not even going to count Extreme Rules 2012. I'm counting this year. I'm counting SummerSlam and I'm counting Night of Champions. That'll be another video for another time, maybe. I want to see Randy Orton against the Beast. I think those two will have an incredible chemistry in the ring, and it'll be a fantastic match. Cena goes over, it's because there was a lot of corporate yes men behind this whole thing. They're like, we need to see Cena on top again. No, we don't. He's had his time. He needs to get put to mid-card or he needs to go. I'm sorry if that offends people. I'm really not trying to get upset with this, but you cannot deny that the Cena-Orton rivalry is getting old. And now what I'm thinking to be the best match of the night, Dean Ambrose versus Seth Rollins, Hell in a Cell. These two are ready and raring to go. I am so looking forward to seeing this match. I hope to God it is not the second to the last match. They're saying it's a double main event, which I think is just more handing stuff to Cena and Orton. No, this should be the last match. Rollins and Ambrose. It'll be a fantastic match. I have Ambrose winning this match. He is so over with the fans. He's the new flavor of the week. He's the new guy. Everyone's behind him. I just really hope they take his character in more of a serious direction. I felt like they're kind of cheesing him up a little bit, but yeah. All right, getting on over 14 and a half minutes. Unfortunately, I got to cut it short right about here. So those are my predictions. Let me know what you think. Comment, like, subscribe, all that good stuff. And I will see you afterwards for a reaction video. And until then, you all have a great Thursday.